Hello and welcome back to my channel. Thank you for faithfully watching videos from our channel. We always pray that you are always healthy and happy always. Don't forget to always support our channel so that we are more enthusiastic about making the next videos. Let's get started. One Sunday morning, under the warm embrace of the sun, Mary, a resilient woman who had overcome the challenges of polio, decided to visit her favorite park. She had been using crutches for most of her life, but that had never deterred her from pursuing her passions. As Mary made her way to the park, she couldn't help but feel a sense of anticipation. The park was her sanctuary, a place where she felt truly free, despite the physical limitations imposed by her condition. It was a beautiful morning, and the vibrant colors of blooming flowers and the chirping of birds welcomed her. Upon arriving at the park, Mary found her favorite bench beneath a massive oak tree. She carefully sat down and took a deep breath, relishing the feeling of tranquility that washed over her. She watched children playing on the nearby swings, their laughter echoing through the air, and couples taking leisurely strolls hand in hand. As Mary sat there, lost in thought, she noticed a group of women nearby, engaged in an animated conversation. Their voices were filled with enthusiasm, and they seemed to be planning something exciting. Curiosity piqued, Mary decided to wheel herself closer to them using her crutches. "Hello there," Mary greeted the group of women, a warm smile gracing her face. The women turned to see Mary approaching, her determination and positive attitude evident in her every move. One of them, named Sarah, immediately introduced herself, while the others exchanged friendly nods. "I couldn't help but overhear your conversation," Mary said. "It sounds like you're planning something interesting." Sarah explained that they were organizing a community picnic and were brainstorming ideas to make it special. When she noticed Mary's crutches, she asked if she had any suggestions. Mary's eyes sparkled with excitement as she shared her vision. "Well," Mary began, "why don't we make this picnic inclusive for everyone? We could set up an area with accessible seating and activities. It would be wonderful to have people of all abilities join in the fun." The women loved the idea. Together, they started planning an inclusive picnic that would not only be a delightful event but also a testament to the strength of community and the power of inclusion. Over the next few weeks, Mary and the group of women worked tirelessly to organize the picnic. They gathered volunteers to assist with accessibility and made sure there were activities for people of all abilities. Word spread quickly, and the entire community got involved, offering support and assistance. Finally, the day of the picnic arrived, and the park buzzed with excitement. Mary, using her crutches with grace and determination, welcomed everyone to the inclusive picnic. People from all walks of life came together, enjoying delicious food, participating in games, and forging new friendships. As the sun set on that Sunday evening, Mary couldn't help but feel a profound sense of satisfaction. She had turned a simple visit to the park into a remarkable event that showcased the power of unity and the beauty of inclusion. It was a day to remember, not just for Mary, but for the entire community, as they celebrated the spirit of togetherness and the boundless possibilities that arise when people support one another. She was known throughout the community not just for her warm smile but for her unwavering spirit in the face of adversity. Mary had contracted polio as a child, which left her legs paralyzed, but it couldn't shackle her determination to live life to the fullest. One sunny Sunday morning in early spring, Mary decided to pay a visit to the local park. It was a beautiful day, and the colorful blossoms were in full bloom, casting a fragrant spell throughout the park. Mary's crutches were her constant companions, helping her navigate the world with grace and resilience. As she made her way to the park, Mary noticed children playing, couples walking hand in hand, and families enjoying picnics on the lush green grass. She cherished these moments as they allowed her to be part of the vibrant tapestry of life. With a soft sigh of contentment, she found a comfortable bench overlooking a serene pond, where ducks glided gracefully across the water. Mary took out her favorite book and started to lose herself in its pages, occasionally pausing to soak in the beauty of the park. Her crutches leaned against the bench, a symbol of her determination to remain independent despite the challenges life had thrown her way. A little while later, Mary was joined by a group of women from the local community. They had heard about her visits to the park and admired her resilience. On this particular Sunday, they decided to introduce themselves and strike up a conversation. The women were warm, welcoming, and full of stories about their own lives. Mary felt an instant connection with them. They spoke about their families, dreams, and aspirations, and Mary shared her own experiences, including her battle with polio and the strength she found in her community. As the conversation flowed, Mary became so engrossed that she momentarily forgot about her crutches. She leaned forward, animatedly discussing her love for gardening, her dreams of creating an accessible garden for everyone to enjoy, and her determination to make it happen. Just as she was describing her favorite rose varieties, Mary lost her balance and tumbled forward. Her crutches lay just out of reach. The women gasped and rushed to her side, helping her back to her feet. Mary chuckled at her own fall, refusing to let it dampen her spirits. With the help of her newfound friends, she reclaimed her seat on the bench, crutches securely in place. The women laughed off the incident, and Mary realized that in her eagerness to connect and share her passion, she had momentarily forgotten about her physical limitations. It was a moment of vulnerability that only deepened the bond she shared with her new friends. As the day wore on, the women and Mary continued to share stories and laughter, basking in the warmth of their newfound friendship. Mary's fall in the park had become a symbol of her indomitable spirit, a spirit that not even polio could extinguish. Together, they enjoyed the beauty of the park, the joy of camaraderie, and the resilience of the human spirit. Every day, Mary would wake up with a smile on her face, determined to make the most of her life. She had learned to do almost everything on her own, from cooking to gardening, and even weaving beautiful baskets. However, there was one thing she had never been able to do: give her feet the care they deserved. One sunny morning, as Mary was tending to her garden, she suddenly lost her balance and tumbled to the ground. Her crutches fell beside her, and she found herself lying in the soft grass, feeling both helpless and embarrassed. But Mary was not one to give in to despair. With great effort, she propped herself up on her elbows and began to look for a solution. As Mary gazed at her feet, she realized that they had been neglected for far too long. They were calloused and sore, the skin cracked and dry. She knew she couldn't rely on anyone else to take care of them. It was time for her to take matters into her own hands, or in this case, her own feet. With unwavering determination, Mary dragged herself to a nearby tree and used its rough bark to hoist herself into a seated position. She then extended her legs in front of her, one at a time, and carefully removed her worn-out shoes and socks. The sun warmed her skin as she examined her feet, feeling the soft grass beneath her fingers. Mary took a deep breath and began massaging her feet with gentle, loving care. She rubbed them with fragrant oils she had prepared from herbs in her garden, and slowly, the stiffness began to give way to relief. Her fingers worked their magic, kneading out the tension and easing the pain. It was a moment of profound connection between Mary and her body. As she massaged her feet, Mary reflected on her life. She had faced countless challenges and had always found a way to overcome them. She realized that the power to heal and nurture herself had always resided within her, just waiting to be tapped into. After what seemed like an eternity, Mary finished massaging her feet. They felt lighter, more relaxed, and rejuvenated. With newfound strength, she put on her shoes and socks, picked up her crutches, and stood up once again. Mary continued to live her life with the same determination and resilience, but now she added a new routine to her daily life: self-care for her feet. She knew that taking care of herself was just as important as taking care of her garden or weaving baskets. And as she walked away from that sunny spot in her garden, she carried with her the lesson that sometimes, the most profound healing comes from within. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share our channel. See you next time. Thank you.